Hey, everybody, welcome to True Crime Paranormal with the Psychic Sisters. I'm Christy Brower here with my co host, sister, and partner in crime, Katie Weaver.
Hello.
Hello. This, of course, is our Thursday psychic show. We're so excited to be
Yes.
here with you. We've missed it for 2 weeks because of the holidays, and this is our
Yeah.
very first one in January. So,
Yeah. Very first one in
welcome,
season
everybody.
2.
Yes, and our very first one in season 2. You might note if you are watching on YouTube that I am wearing my unicorn headphones. This was at the request of JR last night, who noted that I had not worn them in a while. So they're back. I thought they're so cute. I honestly have seriously considered getting. There are like a bunch of different kinds of headphones like this, different animals and stuff.
That's it.
I know. Like
I'm
maybe I need
showing up next time as a leopard frog or something. I don't know.
a leopard frog. I don't think they have ears, but I don't know what the hell that means. But
I don't
Katie
really
just said
either.
it, so
It's the first thing that
wow.
came up. Ah,
Well, there you go. Well, how are you?
well, I'm famous.
I saw.
I can't help it. Something has happened, you guys. I don't mean to brag, but over on TikTok, 2 of my favorite TikTokers that are quite well known. I think you might recognize the name Rosie O'Donnell. Liked my comment on her page,
Yeah,
on her tick.
liked it.
Mm-hmm.
This is huge. Well, who
Yeah,
else? Someone else liked it.
yeah.
Oh,
Juggling
Tiffany
Jensen, Tiffany Jensen. Mm-hmm.
Jenkins. If you're going to be
Jenkins.
famous, you better know
Jenkins.
her name.
Damn it! I've ruined everything. Tiffany
I don't think
Jenkins. Yeah.
I don't think you. I don't think it counts if you don't know her name. Yeah, Tiffany Jenkins, who I think is so funny. Oh my
Love her.
goodness.
The crazy thing is that, like, within like 5 minutes, they both liked comments I made on their pages, and I was like, "That is officially it. I am famous now." There you go. Now they didn't
Now,
follow me back on TikTok, but I wouldn't really
oh,
expect them to because I've made a total of 3 ticks in all of my time.
well, there you go.
Yeah. So that's how I am. How are you?
I'm okay. I have had a migraine for 2 days.
Yeah.
The energy in this country, I'm just super sensitive to it, and I haven't felt so hot, but I'm doing okay, really. You
Yeah.
know, I'm getting along. Just we'll be glad when things get settled
Yeah.
a little better.
Yeah.
All this chaos is super hot on us empaths. So,
The collective
as I know
energy.
you know.
Oh, yeah. Somebody asked me today why things feel so, I mean, commenting that things feel so hard. And I said, yeah, yes, things, the energy is a collective dumpster fire. It has been for 2 days. Yep. We're hoping tomorrow we get some relief. Yeah. Glowing Ember. See, she knows what's up. She says we have a unicorn and a peacock.
Right. Right behind your head. I see those.
I don't know if I'm going to ever rearrange my office and put it back to its old, it usually is in front of my buffet, but I don't know. I moved it this way over Christmas because, my office was the staging room for Christmas, and I just haven't moved it back. So I still have this sarong behind me.
Wow. I think it's really pretty. And yes, JR, I am wearing these headphones just for you. You said last night you hadn't seen them in a while, so I thought, that's true. I haven't worn them in a while, so thanks for the suggestion.
I'm going to send a really fast text. Sorry. One of my kids is called like 3 times in a row, so I figured I better.
Emergency!
Yeah.
Jessica said, I would love to share you a video and photos of a baby spirit I caught on my baby's monitor one night. I heard a crying sound, so I checked the monitor and saw a baby laying by her. But when I went and checked, there was nothing there. And by the way, a baby died in this house many years ago. He was a little boy. That's so cool. Share it with us on our Facebook page, and then we will share it to the whole group. We'll share it in our Facebook group and on our Facebook page because that's really cool, Jessica. Yeah. Thank you for sharing it.
Yeah, because I'm sure everybody would love to see that. That's so cool. Wonderful.
That's really neat.
Yeah.
So, I know, kind of to start things out today, you wanted to do a singing bowl.
Yes.
help balance us a bit because I don't know about you guys, but I think we could use it.
Yes. Faux show. Okay. So, oh, she said she talks about a baby boy that sleeps in her room too. Oh, that is so sweet.
That is, wow.
Okay. Well, I'm bringing this is a heart chakra bowl. I got this for Christmas from my husband. It's pretty awesome. And it's so I'm going to play it 2 times. It is a heart chakra bowl, but we're actually going to use it for, collective healing. Because singing bowls just, they just rock all the way through you. So I am going to warn you, though, that it's loud. So if you're wearing headphones, don't let me blow you out. It is loud. So the first thing we're going to do is just play the bowl. I'm going to ask you to just sit and breathe with the frequency and see if you can let that allow you to release anything you're carrying that's no longer serving you. So we'll start right there.
Okay.
I forgot somebody came in here with me because he has the diarrhea.
Oh dear. I feel so much more relaxed. I don't know about you guys.
I'm going to kick him out. Give me just a second. Okay. Sorry about that.
Well, give us a moment, but welcome Mary Beth, Gigi, JR, Jessica, Innocuous Adams, Mouth of the South. I love you. You have got to be hilarious, Mouth. I'm sure you're really full of it, and I think that's great. Glowing Ember, RJ. Of course, we have JR and RJ. We got to have you both. Jessica, Renee, Catherine, and Patsy. Welcome, everybody. We're so excited that you're all here. Now, I don't know if you know about Super Chat, but we do have Super Chat turned on. It does give you an option to buy a sticker or something to give us a tip if that's something that you want to do. Oh, Mary says she bought her t-shirt and mask from our new merch store, which is so cool. Thank you, Mary. We really appreciate that. And we're really having a lot of fun. I ordered a bunch of merch, so I'm going to be wearing it on the air here really soon. Glowing Ember wants to know, so dogs don't benefit from singing bowls?
Right? You know what's weird with him? Sometimes I can do bowls and he's completely fine. And other times he loses his mind. Like his tummy's been upset today. He's not in a very good mood. We still have my son's puppy here, and she is wearing my old dogs out. She plays with her quite a bit, but boy, yeah. And our pig, one of our pigs, our mama, well, she's not a mama, but she thinks she is. She's been mommying the puppy. She bosses her around. And the puppy has started playing with her like aggressively, and she gets really overwhelmed, and the puppy's just like jumping all over on her, and she's jumping back with this most perplexed look on her face. Anyway, the other day, the puppy and Rico, I held him up. Some of you guys got a chance to see his cute little face. They were playing in here in my office, and it got kind of mean, and somebody really let out a yell, like they do. And she was sound asleep in the living room under a pile of blankets, and she came busting out of there and ran in here about 1,000 miles an hour to see who made her puppy cry.
Ooh, someone's in big trouble.
It'll help everyone to settle down a little bit for Miss Layla to go to her home, which will be happening this weekend. So,
yes,
I told Micah I would gladly buy him a hamster if we can keep Layla, the puppy, and he said no.
He said no.
Doesn't want a hamster. All right, let's try. Yeah.
But yeah, should we try that again minus the dog?
Yeah. Hopefully he's not sitting at the door ready to kick my ass again. All right. So yet again, try to breathe with the energy of the bowl and just let it release anything that you're carrying that you no longer need. We're releasing stress from your body. We're releasing trauma. We're really releasing anything that you're holding that you don't need anymore. So just breathe with the bowl and let it do its work. Okay, good. So first step down. Now
Mhm.
I want to allow you now to breathe with the energy of the singing bowl. Allow it to help your heart expand. So I'm just going to ask you to really sit in your heart center. And as I play the bowl, just let that energy get brighter and brighter and brighter until it has completely enveloped your body and your spirit in that heart light. Wow, hold on. Someone doesn't know what they're doing, apparently. Good. Okay.
Good. We
So
need that.
that's an easy way. Vibrational therapy is so fast and easy. It's a really easy way to shift your frequency into something
Mhm.
brighter. Definitely feels like something we needed tonight.
Right?
Yeah,
Oh, sorry.
it's
Think
okay.
I'm having a throat chakra release there.
You must have needed it.
Right? That's how it feels. Sorry, guys. Ooh. All
Well, it
right.
is marching orders
Yes, it is.
tonight. So, are you ready?
I am ready. So we're
Okay.
going to actually show some cards tonight because these are my cards. I have my own deck. It's called Kindred Spirits Energy Oracle. And then we have a joint deck called Ground Bless Protect and Move that we did with the Psychic Sisters.
Hmm.
So we are going to actually show on the screen the Kindred Spirits Energy Oracle because these are my cards. And so I just wanted to share them with you guys tonight. So we're going to start with Capricorn.
Yep.
And so for Capricorn, these are fractal cards, and some of them will be beautiful and some of them are not because energy is not always beautiful. Sometimes it's kind of messed up. And
That's a
for
good description.
Capricorns, yeah, for Capricorns, for the month of January, I pulled the disconnected card, which this makes tons of sense for me. I'm a Cap rising, and I can definitely feel this energy. Uh, so when you pull the disconnected card, it's really about feeling ungrounded, and you've sort of lost your connection, feeling unsupported. Sometimes this is really self-imposed, and that you just really need to reach out or seek help or actually allow for help that's being offered for caps. And caps can be a little stoic when it comes to stuff like this.
For sure.
Abby says, this is so great. Not to be a creeper, but I am in a hot tub with Epsom salts to relax to this.
Well, that
Thank
only
you for
sounds
sharing.
amazing.
We're just jealous. So I for these cards, I wrote a little meditation, just like a one sentence meditation for each card. And so when you're feeling disconnected, the meditation, so this is a really important part of this for Capricorns, is I reconnect to myself and my support system. I allow help from others and choose to feel. So that's a huge key for Caps this month is to allow your emotions, feel what you're feeling, allow connections to other people, don't shut yourself off, and don't shut yourself off from your emotions. That's a really big key. And I think that Caps go through this in January. A lot of Caps have some like seasonal affective kinds of problems with in January in the US anyway, is that's the time of year it really will hit because we don't get that much sunlight, especially if you live in Idaho, trust me. So right now it's just a really good time for Capricorns to really be keeping really good eye on themselves and their mental health.
Yeah. Very good. Good advice. That aligns with my caps for sure.
Mhm.
Okay. Got to the bottom of why the kid was calling nonstop.
Oh, well, good.
She failed her TB test.
Oh,
She works in healthcare and has to have a tuberculosis test every year. And
oh
more
dear.
often than not, she fails it and has to
Oh,
have
right.
a chest x-ray to prove that she doesn't have tuberculosis, which she does not have tuberculosis, but she reacts to the test every time. So
Right.
anyway, but every
Dang it.
time it's upsetting and freaks her out and,
Yes.
so that's all. She was calling to say she failed her TB test and she's totally freaked out and it's fine and that's what it is. Anyway.
Well, good. I'm glad to hear that it's going to be okay.
Yeah. It's all fine. Yes. Okay. All right. Well, the card that I pulled, I have to figure out how to be right in the middle of the camera. There we go. Is a ground card. So I guess I should tell you guys a little bit about these cards so that you know what this is about. But these cards are a self-care deck. So they're all about suggestions of things you can do for your to ground yourself, to bless yourself, to protect yourself, or to move your body. And so when we wrote these cards, I was in charge of the bless cards. Christy's wife, Rhonda, was in charge of the ground cards. Our sister, Kara, was in charge of the move cards. And Christy was in charge of the protect cards. So when they come up, I'll tell you, what kind of a card it is and what it's about. So for Cap, I pulled a ground card. And the ground card that I pulled was rainbow. And so what does that mean?
Nice.
Well, it means that you need to ground yourself to the color wheel, to ground yourself to color. And you can even do that just by envisioning a rainbow, since this time of year you may not, see one. But at least where we live, you definitely wouldn't. But where you live, you might. But still, grounding yourself to the colors. And so that could be a prism, or you could literally just envision a rainbow and standing at the end of it and allowing the energy of a rainbow to just pour through your body and into the earth and ground your spirit. But it is a ground card, so that also tells us that this month you need to put a lot of energy into staying grounded, especially because we're in such an upheaval. The chaotic collective, what did we say, dumpster fire energy currently is going to add to you needing to worry a little, not worry, but pay attention to your mental health this month for sure. So grounding will be where it's at.
Very much. And I love the idea of grounding to all of the colors. Sometimes we get kind of stuck on the idea that, you ground to red or black, and that really isn't true. Not so much, it's not so rigid thing. It's not so hard and fast in the energy world as we sometimes see it. So I love that.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. Okay.
Very good. Okay, so next we have Aquarius. I have to just acknowledge that we have 2 listeners that are in hot tubs with Epsom salts. Let Renee and Abby.
I feel
so much luckier.
I feel like that's a message to me.
Why are we not broadcasting from a hot tub? That's my question.
I know, because we have Butts for Radio.
I forgot. Oh my goodness. Okay. Well, on to Aquarius. For Aquarius, I pulled the fairy card. I love the fairy card. The fairy card is so fun and lighthearted. This is a time of feeling inspired and having some stress relief, feeling connected to your friends and your social circle. This is a good month for Aquarians to just have some fun, really kind of loosen up and have a good time, which, hey, who doesn't love that,
Yeah.
Now, the thing with the fairy card is you have to be a little careful that it doesn't swing you too far the other way and you get a little superficial, or you, kind of shirk your responsibilities, that kind of thing. So it's just important that you kind of balance the fun with the responsibility and just be aware of both. This month. And the meditation for fairy is Dear fairy, please guide me to have fun, feel inspired, and release stress while staying grounded and connected to who I am. You don't want to
Nice.
get lost in the fae. I don't know if you guys are aware of that there are a lot of old myths about that you can get taken away by the fairy and get lost in the fun and then just never come back to your life. So, kind of that idea that you want to have fun, but you got to balance it also
Yeah.
with, responsibilities.
Yeah. Don't let it run you away.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, the card that I pulled is the sacral chakra. This is a bless card. And
Nice.
so blessing the sacral chakra, when you bless your chakras, you put your hands on them and you speak what your intentions are for that chakra. So the sacral is right below your belly button. It is typically orange. The sacral chakra has a lot to do with creativity, with sexuality, and with joy. And so I would encourage you then to think about what would you like to see for your sacral this month? What kind of balance do you need? What kind of energy do you need to project or to be able to open up? And then to bless chakras, I love to use an essential oil. And so the sacral chakra responds really well to frankincense. It responds well to orange, to tangerine, any of those, or something else if it feels right for you. Amber is another good one. Then put your hands right over that chakra and bless yourself.
Julie.
What's that?
Julie.
Oh, patchouli. Yeah. Yeah.
For me personally.
Yeah. So put your hands over it and speak what you want to see for that chakra. So maybe you'd say something like, I command this chakra, or I ask this chakra to come into full balance, expanding joy and enhancing creativity, or whatever it is you're looking for. But other things to really expand on the sacral chakra are creative endeavors. So whatever is creative for you, maybe it's cooking, maybe it's decorating, maybe it's doing some kind of an art thing, maybe it's writing, maybe it's none of those things. Everybody's creativity is different, and so you really have to decide what's right for you. But those are some ideas. And then, of course, if you're into crystals, carnelian is a brilliant stone, or a sunstone for the sacral. Yeah,
Yeah, I know. I can never get past carnelian. Like,
I know.
I love carnelian so much, but it's like there are other orange stones in the world, just in case.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love carnelian for sacral chakra stuff.
Oh yeah, me too. I know. And really, orange calcite is brilliant. But
I
yeah,
love it too.
it's hard to not just reach for carnelian because it, is the best.
Yes. Truth.
Okay.
So now we have Pisces. And for Pisces, what I pulled is the goddess Luna. So Luna is the moon goddess. So when Luna comes up, this is all about feminine energy. So it's about emotions. It's also about recognizing the ebb and flow of life. We all kind of we are much more susceptible to the seasons and to the phases of the moon than we really realize, because we really are animals, whether we want to admit it or not. We are. And so I feel like when this Luna card comes up, it's important to kind of look at, okay, what's the season? It's winter in the northern hemisphere. If you're in the southern hemisphere, you look at what's the season, what's the energy of that season. We've already talked about that winter is a time to really kind of go within and work on yourself and look at your emotional health and, kind of go within and allow things to grow that can blossom in the spring. So this is a really good time to also connect with the moon and pay attention to the phases of the moon. I wish I could show you this. It's over here and you can't see it, but it's this amazing art piece that Katie made me for Christmas that is all of the phases of the moon. It's beautiful, but it's a great reminder to stay connected to the moon phases and where we're at in them and how they're impacting you. Like I don't sleep very well on the full moon. I get kind of cranky on the new moon, like I can tell that there are some changes for me. So becoming more aware of those things and aware of your emotions is a really important part of the Luna moon energy. So you want to really pay attention if you're avoiding your emotions, because this is an important time to feel them and acknowledge them. This is also a time to be sort of fluid and flexible. The female
Mhm.
energy is supposed to be fluid and flexible and receptive, and we know all the words. And so look at where are you stopping that in your life and how you can shift that a bit. And the message or the meditation on the card is, Dear Luna, please connect me to the energy of the moon, guiding me to allow change in my life. So this is allowing that flexibility in order to allow for change.
Yep. Yep. Very cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, the card I pulled is a move card, and it is the yoga card. So here's the thing
Ooh.
with move cards. The move motion might not be what you would do for motion, and that's fine. If you don't do yoga and you don't want to, do something else, right? But when
Mhm.
the move card comes up, that tells me, especially like the yoga card or the stretch card, that really tells us something. It tells us that
Mhm.
you have stuck energy in your body and you need to move yourself to release it. That could be a walk around the block. It could be a dance party in the living room with your cat. It doesn't have to be a certain thing. It doesn't have to be strenuous. Don't go out and hurt yourself, but move your
Mhm.
body. It also tells us that you might need a little extra motion to amp up those endorphins in your brain. So make a focus this month of getting a little extra motion. And because the yoga card came up, I would really hopefully recommend a little bit of extra stretching in general. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah, just a reminder. Interesting that whole idea of flexibility came up in both cards.
I thought so too. I noticed that.
I
Yeah.
love that so much because we are in different cities, pulling cards, totally unaware of what the other person is pulling. So it's always
Mhm.
fun when they sort of cross over, but definitely
Okay.
that
Yeah.
energy of flexibility was there.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. So we're going to move on to Aries. And for Aries, and I knew that grounding was really going to come up a lot
Mhm.
because of just the way of the world right now. And this is the Gaia card. So Gaia is the spirit of the earth. And this card is all about being grounded and centered and really connecting your root chakra and working on your sense of safety, which is really interesting considering in the US what we've been through in the last couple of days. When you're out of balance and need to reconnect to the energy of the goddess Gaia, you're kind of scattered, you feel disconnected, you might be struggling with some fear or just feeling in general unstable. So the message, the meditation on this card is, Dear Gaia, please support me in grounding to the energy of the earth, connecting my roots and finding my foundation.
Awesome. That seems
Mhm.
perfect. That honestly seems perfect for all of us.
Right. I know. I'm like, oh, we all need this one.
Yeah. All right. The Ground Blessed Protect and Move card is the heart chakra, and it's a
Nice.
bless card. So this is about blessing yourself. And so thinking for a minute about, what does your heart need? Do you have some grief? Do you have some hurt? Do you have some old stuff surfacing? Or do you just have, love abounding and you just want to reaffirm that? Only you
Mm,
can, decide right now, what is it that your heart needs? And then you can
right.
bless it. Good heart chakra oils. I actually really like lavender for the heart chakra. Rose, rosewood, hoe wood are all really nice
Mhm.
ones. Rosemary are all good
Mhm.
ones in the
Cedar.
heart. So you anoint your heart chakra with an oil, put your hands over it, and then bless it with whatever it is you would like for your heart. If it's a release of something, or if it's just a download of something, or just an expansion of something, you decide. You're in the driver's seat, but bless your heart. And because that came
Mhm.
up for you, Aries, keep an eye on your heart this month and recognize
Mhm.
when the frustration, irritation, grumpiness you're feeling might actually be something in your heart that wants your attention. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And there's a real connection between heart and root because you have to be balanced and centered in order to really be able to express love and feel love for yourself. You have to feel safe first.
Mhm.
So I like the connection between these two cards because that's
Mhm.
there's a big connection between these two chakras.
Yeah, there is.
Okay, next we have Taurus. And for Taurus, I pulled the sacral chakra card. So the sacral chakra is just below your belly button. It's orange. It is your center of creativity and emotional expression. It's also where your core beliefs are in your energy body. So when you are feeling challenged in the sacral chakra, you can feel stuck, blocked. You can feel like you're a perfectionist. You can feel like it's hard to identify how you're feeling. Your emotions can seem really kind of stagnant. So the meditation for the sacral chakra is I feel, I create, I communicate, I matter.
I love
Really
it.
important to just
Yeah.
really connect with yourself on a creative level
Mhm.
right now for Taurus.
Ooh, I could see Taurus. Tauruses are so freaking smart, you know,
Mhm.
and I could really see Tauruses this month learning how to do something new and
Mhm.
doing it. We have worked for years with a master astrologer and tarot master named Mo Abdelbaki. Mo
Yeah.
he's a Taurus.
Coolest guy ever.
Coolest guy ever. He's been studying tarot for 50 years. He's an amazing person. But anyway,
Yes.
he's also a knots master because
Mhm.
once upon a time he got interested in learning how to tie different kinds of knots and managed to basically learn how to tie every freaking knot in the world, gets paid to tie specific knots for, you know, displays and movies and
Yeah.
or whatever. You know, he has all of these skills with knot tying because once upon a time at some point he just got the bug to learn that. But that's how Tauruses are, you know. They decide they want to learn how to do something. They are lifelong learners and then they can't stop until they've sucked
Mhm.
up every ounce of it and are masters at it. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Well, Mo is also a yo-yo master.
Yes, he is. Yep.
That
He has
that is so cool.
competed and
Like a
traveled all over the world with yo-yo.
champion yo-yoer. Yeah, same kind of energy. Like
Yeah.
he just had to not only learn it, but master it. So
Yeah.
cool.
So Tarian. Yeah. So whatever
Very
creative thing it is, Taurus, I know you're going to kick its ass. I get it.
Mhm.
All righty. Well, the card I pulled was the protect card. So this was Christy's part of the deck.
Mhm.
And it is the burn sage card, which tells me that in order to preserve your energy this month, you need to clear your space. So
Yeah.
burn sage or don't do something else if that feels better. But this is telling us you need to clear the energy in your home. So
Mhm.
if you have a practice that you like burning like desert sage, great. If you don't, do a little research. This can be a part of your creative process this month. Some
Yeah.
people
Oh,
like
I
to
love
burn Palo Santo or dragon's blood or make a strong sage tea.
oh, dragon's blood incense. My favorite.
For sure. There's a lot of things that you can do, but you decide, you know, what you want to do,
Mhm.
but clear your space. That's going to be better for your well-being because you have been, well, locked in your house for quite some time now, and you need to release some stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. That I feel like that's really important for our Tarians to, I don't know about you guys, but I cannot be creative if I've got clutter going on. That just totally stops it for me. So
Mhm.
I feel like that's where we're at.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we are moving on to Gemini. And for Gemini, I pulled the spider card.
Ooh.
I got to tell you how proud I am of this card because I
Mhm.
created the art for all these cards. And that's a fractal. So it's not like you just draw a spider. You have to
No.
work with fractal till you get it to look like a spider. And that
Mhm.
took me forever. So I
It's
really love
very
this card because it took me a long time and I think it looks like a spider. So anyway,
well. That looks like grandmother spider to me.
right? So spider represents personal power. Spiders are all about power. And it's when we're afraid of spiders, we kind of freak out around spiders. We're giving up our power. It's something just to kind of think about that we might be afraid of our power. This is also about patience and flexibility and long-term goals. I want you to think about the very literal part of being a spider and building a web and what it takes to start from nothing to get to the point of you've seen some of the gigantic, beautiful webs that spiders can build and what kind of patience that takes and flexibility and commitment. So the challenge of spider, if you're struggling with this energy, is you might be feeling rigid and impatient
Mhm.
and really struggling to get to the long-term outcome of something, that you have
Yeah.
to If you're a spider, you can't cut corners and make a web that's going to catch any flies. And it's the same idea.
For sure.
So the meditation is, dear spider, please support me in my long-term goals, guiding me to be patient and flexible.
Yeah. Oh, I love that. And I really love that card. Okay, so the card that I pulled is a bonus card from this deck. We had put 6 bonus cards in this deck that were suggestions to help enhance something that you, and for this, it will be enhancing this month. So the card is the Happy Distractions card. You've got so much on your mind. This is a good time to distract yourself with something light. Read a great book, or go to a funny movie, or do something else that you find fun and easy. So happy distractions, that can also be a phone call, it can be coffee with a friend. I know so COVID-y, sometimes it's hard to see ourselves doing things like that even, but happy distractions are things that you can do for yourself that just break you out of that stuck energy, out of overthinking, out of, being in a heavier place. So yeah, so that'll be interesting to see what you do this month to lighten up a little bit. Yeah.
I like it. Okay. Next, we have Cancer.
Choose well.
Choose well. Or the sign God loves the best. If you listen to some Cancers out there in the world, that's a statement I've heard before.
Yeah.
So for Cancer, whoops. You don't get 2 cards. My apologies.
Precursor. Well, yeah, I think we do. I mean, we are the sign that God loves the most.
I pulled for you Archangel Zadkiel. And Archangel Zadkiel is really about our connection in our crown chakra and above. So your crown chakra, your higher self, those chakras above your head, the high level chakras. So this is about your divine connection and knowledge and wisdom and being open to guidance and being open to your higher self. So your challenge in the crown is feeling disconnected or blocked or shut down, often self-imposed by taking on too much or, not spending enough time on your own connection for yourself. So the meditation is, dear Archangel Zadkiel, please bring me clarity, connection to my higher self, and messages from my guides. So Cancers, this month, it's really important for you to spend some time on renewing that connection to the divine. On that, however you connect, it's really important that you renew that connection and do a little meditation and just spend some time on yourself with yourself.
Nice.
Making that connection. Yeah.
I love it. Okay. Well, the Ground Blessed Protect and Move card is a movement card, and it's the walk card.
Ooh, I like that.
I do too. And I know it's winter and it might be a little harder to get out and walk. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm an early childhood educator who doesn't work in that field, obviously. But at any rate, in early childhood, one of the things they used to always say is that there's no such thing as bad weather. There's only bad clothing. And I think it applies. So get your coat on and get outside for a little while. Walking right now is going to be one of the best things you can do to help shift your own energy, to feel a little better, to get some fresh air, but also to just kick those endorphins up in your brain and just get you feeling brighter. So, and if you can't get out and walk, I do get that. Do something. Swim, again, dance in your house, stretch, just do something that moves you this month. That's really the point of the move card.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
It's such an important reminder too for us in the US this time of year, because I think it's a lot harder to, like my wife and I walk a mile every day all through the year until it gets really cold and snowy.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't, because you don't want to walk outside where we live. Trust me, you'll fall down, freeze to death, whatever. So I don't know. I struggle with this time of year. Like I go to the grocery store and then I walk up and down all of the aisles just to get the walking in. I probably buy more groceries that way too. But, just to try to get that in this time of year can be a little challenging.
Yeah, it definitely can.
Yeah. Okay. Well,
a sneak peek at Leo.
Leo. Yeah. Accidentally sneak peeked Leo. Leo is Archangel Raphael. And Archangel Raphael is known as the healing angel. If you didn't know that Archangel Raphael is known to be an archangel that you can call to you for healing if you need it, physical or emotional, spiritual, whatever. So whenever this card comes up, it is a reminder that you need to practice self-care and take good care of yourself. When there are challenges with this card, it's usually about pain and illness or injury or emotional damage. Something is broken and it needs healed. You need to spend some time healing. You need to spend some time calling in Archangel Raphael to help you heal, but to acknowledge that you need some help. I think for Leos have a tendency to go really fast all the time, go, 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 and they don't always stop to take care of themselves. And this is a really good card to remind you that the month of January, if you need to see your doctor, if you need to see your massage therapist, whatever, if you need to see your counselor, whoever it is, make sure that you get the help and the healing that you need this month. And then here's a little meditation to call in Archangel Raphael to help you. Dear Archangel Raphael, please come to me and heal me. Surround me in a bubble of green healing light and bring me comfort.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's lovely. All right. Well, the card I pulled is another bless card, and it is the crown chakra, which makes all the sense for me because Leos, again, you guys fly by the seat of your pants so often. And crown chakra and blessing your crown and paying attention to your crown is a big deal. So blessing your crown, the crown chakra is cerebral. It's the chakra that's right above your head. It is about thinking. And not just about thinking, but it's also your connection to your higher self and to the divine. And it's important to strengthen that. And so I love that the Archangel Raphael card came up because your connection to Raphael would be in your crown or your third eye, maybe some of both. But yeah. So, but to anoint your crown chakra, I really like chamomile for the crown. Some people really like lavender for the crown. You can decide. But you'd put a drop of oil in your crown, put your hands on your crown, and then, speak your blessing, whatever it is. If you're blessing your crown to be more in balance. Lately, I talked to lots and lots of you guys that are having a lot of anxiety, some depression, racing thoughts. So maybe you want to bless your crown to come into balance so that it's not feeling that way. Maybe you want to bless your crown to open up a little more and strengthen your connection to your higher self, your angels and guides. You decide, but put some attention into your crown. And you might choose to carry a clear quartz or a piece of selenite or a piece of apophyllite or a Herkimer diamond, some kind of a white or clear stone, even a rainbow moonstone this month to help really, right there it is, right there, to help really strengthen that crown. Yeah, Leo.
Lovely. I love it.
Yeah.
Okay, Leo, we're all done with you. So we're going to move on to Virgo. And Virgo, for you, I pulled the goddess Tara. So Tara is all about spiritual transformation. This card is all about inner reflection and going in. Really, very much a winter solstice kind of card about a lot of self-reflection and forgiving yourself and working on your relationship with yourself. So the challenge here can be if you're questioning yourself a lot and not trusting yourself, or if you're refusing to forgive yourself for something. And I feel like we all need a reminder. And Virgo, this is your reminder to take a moment to forgive yourself for anything that you feel like you've screwed up in your life. We all do that from time to time. And when we do it, we have to forgive ourselves. The reality is that we all make mistakes. And this is a good opportunity to remind yourself that you are still lovable, valuable, important, even though you made a mistake.
Yeah.
Okay. So the meditation with the Tara card is, Dear Tara, please guide me as I go within to see my true self, release guilt and fear, and forgive myself.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really sweet.
Mhm.
Okay. The card that I pulled for Virgo is a ground card, and it's the tree. So, again, focusing on that root chakra, we've seen a lot of that this month. Grounding with trees is amazing.
Doing that.
Grounding with trees is amazing because when you ground with a tree, your energy then intermingles with the roots of that tree, really drawing it deep down into the earth and connecting it to the mother, to the earth. And so you can ground with a tree simply by sitting or standing with your body touching the tree, putting your arms around a tree, or standing with your back, or sitting on the earth with your back against a tree is an amazing electric connection to the tree itself, the energy of the tree, and also to the energy of the earth. And so stand or sit with a tree and just breathe with it for a few minutes and envision your energy slipping down into the earth, intermingling with those roots, and just really pulling you in. That's a quick, easy, and really effective way to ground.
I love that. I miss not being able to do that in the winter.
Yeah.
Sometimes I still can. I have two really big trees on my property, so I can
Yeah,
even in the time. But it is such a great way to ground.
for sure. Okay.
Okay. So Libra. For Libra, I pulled the Raven card. I love this card. This is my favorite card in the whole deck.
Mm-hmm.
And again, that's a fractal. I know you might not believe it because it looks like a raven, but it's a fractal. Love it. So whenever the Raven card shows up, it's a reminder that there are messages coming through. It's a time to listen and really pay attention, and it's a time to notice synchronicity in your life. So somebody tells you something that you needed to know. You run into someone that you wish you could have talked to. You know, you get an email from somebody that you've been trying to find their contact information, that kind of synchronicity. Along with that are those messages coming from your guidance. And so really listening and paying attention and watching your dreams and, paying attention to things that are coming through for you, or people who say, oh, I really need to tell you this, or, stuff like that. There's all different ways. What is a fractal? A fractal is a geometric design that is made actually by a mathematical equation, but they are infinitely repeatable. And so they are the kinds of shapes that make up sacred geometry. So like the flower of life and stuff like that are fractals. So I use a program that creates fractals, and then I manipulate it in lots of different ways with colors and different things like that to make the images that I wanted to make for my cards. So the challenge with the Raven is, missing messages, and kind of hiding from messages that are coming through and not allowing them to come in. So the message from Raven is, Dear Raven, please open my eyes and ears that I may get the message. So be aware that there are messages coming your way, Libra.
Wonderful. Well, Libra, we've seen this card before tonight. It's always funny how they repeat, but walk. It is a move card. So again, walk, stretch, dance, do yoga, swim, do something this month that really moves your body. I really see it a little differently for you this month, Libra. I feel like it's more of a moving meditation, that walking or, doing some kind of physical movement will be a meditative space for you, and that you need that. That's where some of your best thinking is going to come from.
Mm-hmm. Nice. That's one of my favorite things to do, is a walking meditation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Right. Now, Scorpio. And for Scorpio, I pulled the heart chakra card. So, of course, the heart chakra card represents self-love, relationships, emotions, connections to people, connections to yourself. I feel like this is about self-love for Scorpios. And I feel like that this is something that Scorpios struggle with, about connected to themselves and loving themselves. The challenge here is some self-loathing, some fear of a commitment, avoiding emotions, that kind of thing. And so I feel like this month it's really important for Scorpios to intentionally allow your emotions, pay attention to how you're feeling, acknowledge how you're feeling. Very important this month. And the meditation is, I love myself. I am at peace. So I think that this is just intentional work that has to be done for Scorpios, because it's one of those, we all kind of have something that we easily avoid or forget about. And I feel like self-love is that for Scorpios, not Scorpias or Scorpions.
I mean, they're Scorpions, but
Can be.
Awesome. Okay. Well, the card that I pulled is a bless card, and it's water. Bless your water. Try and give you a good picture of that. Blessing water is a really, really powerful thing, because our bodies are around 70% water. Our planet is around 70% water. When you bless water, you are blessing all life on earth, besides your own. So
Right.
put your hands around your glass when you run a glass of water or you pour a glass of water. Put your hands around it and just envision beaming white light from your hands all the way into your glass and filling your water up with light. And maybe you're holding some intentions for that. Maybe you're not. It's okay either way. If there's something you really want, you want to fill this water up with energy, with physical energy, or with balance, or with peace, or whatever you need that day, great. Or you're just filling it up with light so that it's the best thing to put into your body. But you can also bless bodies of water, sitting next to a body of water, or even envisioning being in the middle of a body of water, and putting your hands out and filling it all up with light is a really brilliant way to bless the planet. Because again, water, everything is water, and water is infinitely recycling. And so blessing the water blesses everybody.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
It's a really heart-centered thing to do.
It is.
Mm-hmm. My headphones don't want to stay on. Saying these unicorn horn and ears, like, they keep sliding forward. And they keep pushing them back. Anyway, okay. Last but not least at all, because it is my sign, for Sagittarius, is the root chakra.
We haven't had a theme tonight at all.
Yeah, right. I know. I knew it was going to be a ton of root stuff, because I just know how it's feeling. This cracks me up very much too, because I am really struggling with grounding myself. Let me tell you how much I'm struggling with grounding myself. Tonight before the show, I was supposed to go have an MRI on my hip. And guess who didn't go? Because I totally freaking forgot. Like, it's in my phone. They called and reminded me. I still didn't go. And about 30 minutes after the fact, when it was too late to do anything about it, I remembered. I'm just really struggling with grounding this week. And so when I pulled this card, I'm like, yeah, that's definitely me. So this is all about your connection to the energy of the earth. And, we have to have that physical connection. It's really important. And for spiritual people, we have a tendency to have a problem with being kind of up in our heads a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And when we are, then we're not connecting to the earth, and we need that. We need the physical connection, because we have to function in the physical world, like remembering to show up for our MRI, stuff like that. Yeah. So, you can struggle with some instability. You can struggle with a sense of lack. You can struggle with forgetfulness when your root is out of alignment, just like I did. The meditation for the root is, I am grounded and centered. I feel safe inside and out. And we've already talked a lot about ways to ground tonight, but I'm sure Katie's got one more for us here.
Yeah. Okay. Happy distractions. It came up again.
Nice.
Isn't that interesting? It just keeps on coming. So it's the same idea. I mean, this is yet again a bonus card in this deck. The idea, of course, of happy distractions is that you need to look for some things to distract you from the weight of the world right now, distract you from getting too heavy, getting too stuck, and have a little fun. So happy distractions, of course, could be, media that lifts you up. It could be reading a great book. It could be taking a walk or a drive. It could certainly be having coffee with a friend, or listening to music that lifts you up. Something that
it could be making a unicorn diamond dot painting, which is what I'm doing.
Yes. Yeah, unicorns, weird.
I know, imagine me doing a unicorn thing. Hard to believe.
I'm only sad that there's no unicorn in that deck.
I know there is not a unicorn in that deck. Well, there's always going to be more iterations of that deck.
That's
I
right.
did put a link in the chat. I'll throw it in there again. If you're interested, you can actually buy these cards. They
Mhm.
were the artwork and the writing, everything was done by me a couple of years ago, and they are really
Mhm.
kind of my pride and joy. One of them. I wrote a book and I wrote a deck, and I love them. I think they're really fun, and they're a very general use deck, so you can use them for any kind of reading. They don't have a
Mhm.
specific, um, like some have a specific focus. These do not. You can read for anything with them. And so I'm just going to put that
Mhm.
link in here again if you're interested in them. I just really enjoy them. They're a lot of fun.
Well, they're a really great deck too for a daily message,
Mhm.
for just a daily, what do I need to know today kind of message. They're so good for that.
That's really, kind of what I was thinking of is just, general questions like that are great with this deck.
Yeah. Well, very cool. Yeah.
Well, we want to say thank you to all of you who have
Yes.
joined us tonight. It's really nice to be back to our regular Thursday night psychic show schedule since we missed a couple.
Yeah. Well,
And
and
we do have,
tomorrow we
yeah,
will we're going to go back to the belligerent turd circus for the afternoon so that you don't have to. That is, of
yeah,
course, watching the day 2 of the Daybell debacle while they decide whether or not they're going to dismiss Wood from the case. The prosecutor, spoiler alert, they're not. But
yeah, think
anyway,
so.
we'll attend tomorrow afternoon the wrap up of that hearing. Please, dear God, let it be the wrap up of that hearing. And then we will do a quick live stream and let you guys know what happened and just fill you in. So that'll be later tomorrow afternoon.
And
Yeah.
then Sunday, we have Spirit School on Sunday.
Oh, yeah. Spirit School on Sunday. It is our guided meditation for the month, and I'm in charge this time. And we are going to go to a very familiar place to me. It's a garden to give you an opportunity to clear and refresh your energy and rest. So
Ooh, nice.
it's a good it's a good place to go because it's a place that everybody has within them. And for people that
Mhm.
don't know how to meditate or don't know how to get themselves into a meditative place, this is a place that you can take yourself over and over and over again. And so I'm going to teach you how to get there so that in your daily meditations, you can go there whenever you want. I helped my daughter
Nice.
one time go there while she was at the dentist. She was like 9 and she had to get a tooth pulled and she was scared. So I'm whispering in her ear and helping her like meditate into this place. And she did a great job. And pretty soon she yells, "Mom, there's unicorns in here." It was so funny. And the dentist was looking so confused. I think they thought they gave her a little too much of the happy gas. Maybe they did. Anyway, so that'll be at 10 a.m. Mountain Time on Sunday. Yeah. In if you're in Spirit School. Yep.
Very nice. Yeah. So, you can join Spirit School at any time, and you can do that just by going to the homepage of our YouTube channel, uh, True Crime Paranormal, and you can click on join right there, and it'll show you what to do. So,
Yep.
thank you all so much for joining us. And of course, we will be back next week with 3 new cases
Yeah.
and the Wednesday night update and the Thursday psychic show. So,
Yeah.
we'll be back. Don't you worry.
Thanks, guys.
Have a great